Back in my bathroom. Was being worked on for quite some time now, so I'm finally excited to be back. This is my favorite bathroom and has better lighting. But today I'm going to be getting ready and telling you guys about my Augusty merch experience. If you guys saw my last video, I had a horrible time with merch and it was just terrible, but I'll tell you guys, while I'm drinking my coffee and getting ready, I'm drinking Javi coffee, who I've showed on this channel before. I had the original one and now I'm trying the caramel one, which I'm a caramel girly. I love putting caramel in all of my coffee, so the caramel one was I had to try. And yeah, if you guys want 20% off your order, here's my code. It will also always be linked down below. Yeah, you get 20% off. Almost said 25. 20% off. And yeah, it's pretty good. If you like to customize your coffee, or you want to try new coffee that's really easy and convenient, definitely check out Javi Coffee. They have so many flavors. So I already washed my face, so I'm just gonna go in with my toner next, which I use the Sweet Chef Dark Spot Toner because I have some acne scars. So I went to Augusty day 1 and day 2, which is the Wednesday and Friday show in Chicago at the Allstate Arena. So this is my experience for that. Honestly, I feel like that experience was probably the worst so far of merch experiences for the concerts, and I'm gonna tell you why. I've actually never done a merch experience before. I didn't do it for PTD. I had like live play in like Student Line, but it was only like 20 minutes and everything was already sold out. So I've never experienced waking up super early to stand in the line, but my friend is a Yoongi bias, and why not? We were like 2 minutes away from the hotel. Why not wake up 6 in the morning and go? So we, planned we were gonna go for the Friday. We were gonna stand in line on Friday. Saw like the BTS merch updates account, and they said in New York that there were only like 45 people in line 6 a.m. for merch. So we were like, that's perfect. That's a great time to go because that gives us like enough like stuff to choose from. And I know that like resellers and stuff are like on top of it, and they're usually the first in line. So we're like, we will be able to get what we want and not have to deal with things being sold out and things reselling for super expensive. So we woke up at 5:30, we were there at 6, and there were 400 people already there. It was kind of insane. The newscast was there. There was already a line for GA, like campers and stuff, but the merch line, I was 435, I believe. I still remember, it was traumatizing. There was like 2 separate lines, so there was like a line to get your number and then the line of people who already had a number. So we were in the line to get a number, and for 30 minutes, the line leader could not figure her shit out. I think she was very overwhelmed. So my sweet, sweet friend Jenna actually started to deal with it. She was like, you know what? I'm gonna like get the shit together and start giving people numbers. But we got our numbers and we stood around and waited. I'm gonna put on my Peach and Lily Glass Skin Refining Serum. I love this stuff. I kind of waited around like 8:30-ish. The Allstate Arena people came and put us, so we were on the side with Target, and then they finally moved us onto Allstate Arena property. Transition over to Allstate Arena property, we didn't really like need to like have the numbers. Everyone kind of just followed the rule. So pretty much we're just like waiting around for like 10 hours. Hit around like 12:01, and we were still very far back. We had people that we knew at the front of the line in like 100s. So by like 1 o'clock, not even 150 people had gone through the line, and things were already sold I was very confused. I was like, is this how merch lines are always? Like, there's no cap? Did they underestimate the amount of people going to be waiting for line for merch, which they did. They underestimated Yoongi so much. So we were kind of annoyed. Things were selling out. The thing that I wanted the most was the lucky draw, and come to find out, people were buying way more than the amount of lucky draws that they offer. So like, people were buying more than 3, which was the limit. Luckily, we were close to our hotel and could like take breaks. It wasn't too hot, but it wasn't too cold. I did get sunburned, and it was hot when you weren't like in the shade. But came down to about 4:30 when we finally got in the merch, and we were very confused as to why it was taking so long. So we get up there, we finally get in, we're like standing waiting our turn. So I get up there, there is absolutely nothing left. I got an extra large shirt, and there was like shirts, sweatshirts pretty much, but they were all like huge pins and like those little like film strips, but literally like mini photo cards, premium photo cards. There were some pickets at 4:30. Other than that, pretty much nothing. Tiny pin there were originally supposed to be 5 people working, then there was 4, and when we got there ended up being 3. So what they at Allstate, I don't know, it was like a third-party vendor. They didn't have Hybe staff kind of like manning it. The only thing the Hybe staff was doing was watching, and they were also watching the merch inside. That's what the third-party vendors were telling us. But essentially they have to like count up all of your order, put it manually in, and then the machine is so slow. I remember like taking my thing, and she was like, you can't take that, even though I'd already like swiped my card, is because it was being so slow. I was at least there for a good 5 minutes when I could have been there for like 2 minutes. I already knew what I wanted. So that was number one thing that was very concerning, which meant that people that were buying like a shit ton were there for at least 20 minutes trying to, 1, decide what they wanted, and 2, go through the counting of the merch that they all wanted. Like, people were buying like so much stuff that they had to like cap them, even though there was like they weren't following the like how much you can buy ruling. And as like things started coming out about the merch line that I was in, like there was a woman who like stood in line and started talking to someone. Then she moved over to the next person after she had ordered. There was another person who had ordered so much stuff, they were like, had to tell her to stop, obviously. And then there's another person who bought all this stuff, but she had no like thing to carry for. There were people coming out in suitcases. There were like older gentlemen with like suitcases of stuff. Now, I'm not saying that they're not army, but like after, there were lots of tweets talking about how literal employees were buying merch and reselling it in the parking lot, just cops cutting in line to buy merch to resell. That one I heard, don't know if it's true. They were just being slow and not following the rules. I don't honestly feel like they shouldn't have had a third-party person in general, because it's like, 1, they're not making money from the resellers, and 2, it's like unfair to a lot of fans waiting in line. I was just, it's something. Maybe they'll see this video and know that they underestimated Yoongi, and also that their workers should be working the merch line and not third-party vendors who have no idea what they're doing. But it was an experience, that's for sure. When the merch went on sale on Weavers, which it doesn't help because that's already expensive, but I really wanted those mini photo cards, so I did get those. They're not too expensive, but yeah. The long story short is I think that Hybe really underestimated Yoongi and like the power of people being OT7. Like, people obviously you can have your bias and who you favorite a little bit more, but like when a member of BTS is gonna go on tour, we show up like it's an OT7 concert, and I feel like they don't know that, and also like buy into the favoritism. I think I saw on Twitter that there was like a questionnaire, and it was like, would you buy an album of like you're not your favorite member? Like, why are you asking that question? Why are you asking that question? If a concert's gonna sell out in 20 minutes, you should know that people are about to show up. I mean, we had Hobie Palooza as like an experience where the merch sold out in an hour, and also people from all over the world came. It also was the most selling Lollapalooza ticket artist. Like, he brought in the most people. He made Sunday the least ticketed day the most ticketed day. I don't know, it was just slightly irritating. Also happened in LA afterwards, where there were like men coming back with like bags of stuff, and also some guy I saw on Twitter was not even in line going to the merch, coming out with more bags. Like, he just like cut the line or knew someone who was working merch. I don't know, like, I'm afraid for TXT because TXT merch is actually like kind of cute, so I kind of want it, right? But I don't know. That's my experience with it. And as I got ready, I actually did pretty good. I multitasked and got ready at the same time. Oh my god, this is dripping everywhere. Yeah, I guess my next video will be my vlog for TXT. That's gonna be at the end of this month. Also check out Javi Coffee, super delish. And I'll see you guys in my next video. I hope you guys had fun at Yoongi. I hope you guys have fun at any other K-pop show you're going to this year. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.